Hey everybody, it's Big Ant, and I wanted to show you guys my newest prop that I just finished making. It's a electric 2-bar lift. This is a very easy to make, very budget-friendly prop that I did. And the reason I did this was simply because I really wanted to do a 2-bar, but I did not want to get into doing pneumatics just yet. Mostly because they're expensive and I really don't have a place to put a compressor. My garage is just too full at the time. So I really wanted to build something that would still mimic a 2-bar and would be, budget friendly. And this is what I came up with. It's a wiper motor, as you can see, and I used the traditional 2-bar lift design and actually made this out of, scrap lumber. And I think I spent maybe $12 or $16 in aluminum and whatever I spent on the motor. Actually, this particular motor was a motor I already had laying around that I'd actually burned out the low side on. I was going to throw it away and then decided to try it out for this prop, and it worked really well. So good thing I didn't throw it away just yet. But as you can see, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. He'll be sitting behind a tombstone for Halloween. He'll just pop up and down. I'll probably have him on a motion sensor so he's not going the whole time. But we'll see. I'll figure that out, and I'll have some lights behind the tombstone shining up on him and stuff. But let me show you what I did here. Let's see if I can turn this off real quick here. Bear with me one moment and let it get back to its apex here. Okay, so I've got it shut off, and as I mentioned, what I did was I kind of made some adjustments to the standard pneumatic 2-bar lift. And what I did here was I extended the top bar so that instead of having the pneumatic cylinder, which would normally go right about here and push up on the mechanism, I extended the top bar so that the wiper motor can pull down on it. And I also ended up using some spare metal that I had, which is what you see here. These are spare pieces of aluminum, and they're serving as a counterweight. And the purpose behind the counterweight, as you can see, is so that the motor doesn't have to work hard at all to lift this prop. I mean, it's almost perfectly balanced, and that's what you want. You don't want it to be completely balanced because then it'll just never go up or down. It'll just stay teeter-tottering. So the one side is just slightly heavier than the counterweight, and I mean, as you can see, it takes nothing to lift it. And that's nice because, like I said, it keeps the motor from having to work really hard to do this, to run this prop essentially. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, I got the counterweight here with the top bar extended, and this is just aluminum 1/2 inch, I think, or 3/4 inch tubing from Home Depot. Like I said, it took 2 pieces, and I think I had like a couple small pieces left over. Actually, this piece here was the piece I cut off from the bottom bar, and then I cut another like 6 inches or so off the top bar here. And altogether it works really well. Obviously there's some disadvantages to doing it with a wiper motor. One of the biggest disadvantages is you don't have that instant pop-up startling effect essentially that you would get with the pneumatic. And also you can't get it quite as high. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to put a large arm on the wiper motor, you could get more lift. But that's what's nice about the 2-bar design is, if you do it right, you can get a lot of lift out of the 2-bar. And actually that would go a lot higher right now if I wasn't hitting this arm, but I mean, that's already quite a bit of lift that it gets. Got the chain stuck there already. So I mean, it's a proven design with the 2-bar. Like I said, I just modified it a little bit to work for an electric motor instead of a pneumatic. And I ended up using a chain, as you can see, because originally I was using a rope for this section. But let me plug it back in here real quick. But the problem I found with the rope was that no matter how tight I made it, it would constantly loosen back up. So I ended up I had this piece of black chain laying around, and it actually worked out really well. So that's holding it nice and tight. And the movement's actually really smooth with it too. Hold on, let me see if I can get a view of it again here. And like I said, he'll be behind a tombstone, and right now he's getting about, I think I measured it the other day, I think I'm getting like 15 inches of lift from the bottom there all the way to the top there. I think when I measured it was like 15 inches. So overall, this was a really cool, really fun to make, budget friendly version of a 2-bar lift. And like I said, I thought this was a nice idea for people who wanted to do this kind of prop but weren't quite ready to get into pneumatics just yet. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. As always, thanks for watching.